Hey loves, in this video, I'll show you guys how I turned this $60 wig into looking like it costs $600. So if you guys want to know how I got this amazing look, then let's go ahead and see how I did it. So first I'm starting off with the rat tail comb and I'm just going through the front of my hair and parting all of the places where I want to put all of my baby hair. This wig originally came with 2 braids and the middle part was already done for me, thank God. So I just got like a little bit of brown eyeshadow, so that's why like the middle part is a tad bit darker. The whole length of the hair is about like 26 inches, but not all of the hair is 26 inches because this isn't a full human hair wig. If it was, it wouldn't have cost me $60. So it's basically human and synthetic mixture. Some of it is 26 inches and then some of it is, I'll say like 12, not even 12. I want to say like maybe like 6 inches. So a lot of this hair is just 6 inches just to give it kind of that full look. But whenever I flat ironed the hair, it flat ironed really good. Like there wasn't any me burning the hair or the hair like just falling out or anything like that. So that was really good. So now I'm just getting a black band, and y'all, this is like an old t-shirt that just got cut and I'm just using that just to hold the rest of the hair back. So now that the hair is back and I have the band all situated, I'm just gonna take scissors and I'm just cutting all the way to the roots of the hair. Now, if you guys want the actual baby hairs, then do not cut the hair all the way down to the scalp. But I didn't want any baby hairs. I wanted to go more for a natural look just to see if I could do it on this type of wig, because the lace isn't how the other lace frontals are, how they're really thin. This one was really thick. So I was just wanting to see if I could actually do a natural hair look with a really thick lace frontal. And as you guys can kind of see how thick that lace frontal is, you know how most of them are super thin and they look paper thin basically, but this one definitely was not like those. I just cut it all the way down just so I could get that natural look. So once again, if you don't want the natural look and you do want baby hairs, only cut the hair as short as you want your baby hairs to be. And as you guys see, I'm going around the full front perimeter of the hair. Now that we're done cutting, we can go ahead and take the band or t-shirt off. Now I'm taking my scissors and I'm just going around the hair and I'm making like just small cuts. I just did like little small triangular type shapes, but you can do whatever shapes you want. But this is just to give it that more natural look, which is what I'm going for. Once again, if you are doing the baby hairs, you don't need to do this, but I did want to do this just because I am going for that natural look. So I'm just going through and just making like little minor cuts. That way the hair doesn't look like it's just going in a straight line across my head, because once again, I want this to look natural, and I don't know anybody whose natural hair is the straight line going across their head. Hence why I'm making these cuts, because I don't want to look like that or have that with this wig. I'm just cutting away. And now that we're closer, you can see where I was talking about where I put the brown eyeshadow on the lace frontal. And I've also wore this wig before. That's why the lace was already cut, and I did do it with the baby hair. So that's why when I first started off, you seen like the small little baby hairs, but again, I'm going for that natural look. But you can definitely see the darker parts on the wig where I did use that eyeshadow. And I know a lot of people use concealer, but I was just being lazy, and so I just went ahead and just used the eyeshadow. Plus, it kind of blends in more with my skin. Concealer gets messy at times, and I didn't want to have like a big mess on this lace frontal. It's blonde hair. I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to concealer and blonde hair, or anything dark and blonde hair, it's a no-go. So I did not want to have brown spots all in this hair looking like a cheetah. That was not my look, or not my look that I was going for. I do know that I want to try this look again on a full lace wig that's a 613. I've had a wig like that before. It had the dark roots and I had got it from Shimmery Lights. If you guys want to go check out my Instagram, I have a picture of me wearing that wig. Now that wig was really cool because that was the first time I could actually put my whole head of hair in a ponytail and not have to put a band around it or anything. My hair still looked good in the back. I did so many different hairstyles with that wig, but that wig did cost $400. Once I feel like spending that much money again, I'll go ahead and order another wig like that. But I definitely do want to try this look on an expensive wig just because I know that the lace frontal is a lot thinner. So it'll give more of a natural, realistic, for real look. And I'll be able to do a ton of things with this hair. Because the only thing I don't like about this $60 wig is right after y'all see where I'm touching the hair, like right in that area is where you can see the whiffs of the hair and stuff then. And you know, when you move the hair around, that's when you can start seeing all of the, just basically the hair whiffs. And that's not a natural type look. Besides the middle part and the really, really front part of this hair, they didn't leave a lot more room for it to have that more realistic look. But then again, it's only $60. You get what you pay for. Since I was like, I have this wig and I bought this wig for a video. Since I went ahead and bought it and I did spend money on it, I'm gonna go ahead and rock this wig. I was like, let me do what I can to make this wig a lot better. Because when I first got it, it was so tangly, y'all. Like, oh my gosh, this hair was so tangly. After I flat ironed this hair and trimmed it at the end, it looks so much better. So now that I'm at the top of my hair, I went ahead and where the middle part is, I wanted that to stick out a tad bit more. And right after that middle part, I wanted the hair to kind of go back a little bit. So where you can see I'm lifting it up, it's kind of a piece on both sides that kind of curves back just a tad bit. And I just really like this because I know for a lot of people when they do the middle part, I like for that middle part to kind of stick out a little bit further where it meets your forehead. So yeah, you guys can definitely see now what I'm talking about on both sides, how I kind of just trimmed them back a little bit further than where it's at for that middle part. Yay, so now the hard part is over. Now it's time to install the wig. I have my Got To Be glue. I know y'all have heard of this Got To Be glue and I know y'all have used it before. Now I just got a small amount of that and I'm just gonna put that around my head or around my stocking cap. And also, if you guys want to see how I installed this stocking cap and how I cut it and got it to lay so flat because we want this to look real, then check out my link above to where I show and really go into detail of how to install the stocking cap and all those great things for your frontal to look as real as possible. It's a really good video, so make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, so I'm about to get the blast spray and go ahead and spray that down so we can dry it up real quick. And I like to hold my head back sometimes because I don't know about y'all, but whenever I spray this blasting spray, it always drips down my forehead. And when that stuff dries, it looks so bad. So I try to hurry up and like wipe it off before it can dry because I do not want a crusty looking forehead. And also, if you guys add a little bit of water to the towel to wipe it off, it helps it so much just to come directly off of your forehead. And water is what I use to take it off anyways, so that's the easiest thing I found to use. You can also use alcohol, but I just prefer to use water because I know it'll come off with that. Yay, so now I'm grabbing the wig and we are about to put it on. So let's see how this looks because right now I look a little crazy. So I'm just making sure my middle part is where it needs to be and just getting my hair on the sides, making sure everything lines up because we don't want to press this down and have it kind of stick to our forehead and it's in the wrong spot. So I'm just making sure that this hair is definitely in the right spot. And if your stocking cap starts to come up a little bit, I just use a rat tail comb and just kind of slowly push it down forward a little bit just to lay it down. And yeah, so now I'm just going to go around my head with the rat tail comb and kind of just press down on this wig to make sure everything is secure and in place and will not move because we don't want our wig to just be flopping around and falling off our head. That would be really bad, like really bad. I've actually had my wig fall off one time and I was at a restaurant with my brother and his friend, and thank God it was in the daytime because it wasn't that many people around. But you know how y'all go to those like hibachi grill places and they cook for y'all? The guy was about to throw me a piece of food and I love food, so I was just about to like throw my head back, and as I throw my head back, I didn't do anything to my hair because I really just didn't care that day. But I like threw my head back and my wig completely just flew off. I was so embarrassed, but all I could do was laugh. So maybe I'll show the footage of that one day because my brother was definitely recording me trying to catch the food and my wig flops off. So that was a good video and a good laugh. Yeah, make sure you guys, if y'all know y'all are gonna go out somewhere, to secure your wig because unless you want to be embarrassed or want to have a good laugh, it will come off. So now I'm just using some more of that blasting spray because my hair wasn't sticking down enough. So if your hair isn't really sticking, get some more of the blasting spray and a blow dryer and just kind of put some pressure down to that spot just to kind of keep that hair in place and to keep it from moving. Now I'm just taking the blow dryer and my finger and I'm adding pressure around my whole front of my head in every spot and really pressing down to make sure that our frontal is secured and is not going anywhere. So I'm just taking that blow dryer and I have the heat on low, so make sure it's not like burning your scalp or burning your forehead. And any places that are not sticking down, just add a little bit of that spray and keep pressing down and blowing it, pressing it and blowing it. Doesn't pressing it and blowing it sound like the title of a song Wiz Khalifa would make? Like, that's a random thought, but for some reason when I said that, his face just popped into my head. Definitely sounds like a title of a song for Wiz Khalifa. So if he ever hears this one day, maybe he'll name a song pressing it and blowing it. So yeah, as you guys can see, this is starting to look good already. It really does. And it looks natural. You see how in certain spots it's kind of further back, and then the other ones it's closer up. So now I'm just grabbing my hair, getting it out of my face. But y'all can admit, for a $60 wig, this looks really good. And I'm getting some more of the blasting spray and making sure that it's still down. And the top was acting a little funky, so I wanted it to be difficult. So I have to make sure I really got that down, because that is the front part and the middle part. So it will be the most seen, and I do not want that coming up. I just have to put some extra tender loving care on that one area. Yeah, you guys, I definitely like this look, and you can definitely tell I was feeling myself. Yeah, you can just tell. So now I'm just combing it out and just kind of playing around with it a little bit. I'm taking that band that we had from earlier, and I'm just gonna put that around the front part of my hair just to make sure it stays down all the way. So now that I had that on for about 15-20 minutes, I'm taking that off, and we shall see how this looks and pull it off slow. Yay! Looks really good. And I'm just combing it out. You guys see how it's not moving? Y'all see what I was talking about with making that little front part where the middle part is kind of come in more than the side areas? Just looks more realistic to me. And this hair was so tangly and like shed like crazy, y'all. It shed so much. It's $60. I'm gonna keep saying it's $60. But yeah, it looks really good. So besides the shedding and the tangling, this hair is pretty cool. Like, I like it. And now y'all can definitely see what I'm talking about when I say it tangles. But just start from the bottom, comb it out a little bit, and yeah. And I definitely had to zoom in, because look at this part, y'all. It looks like it's blending right into my forehead. But yes, look how I'm just combing and it's just going back. So smooth and so good. And now I'm just taking the 35M Morphe palette, and you guys can use any palette you want, but I'm just getting a color that is the closest to the color of my scalp, and I'm just putting that right in that middle part. It definitely looks like it's no gap in between the frontal and my forehead. I just wanted to blend right in. And wow, look how real this looks. Look how good it blended in, you guys. Once again, thanks for watching. I love this hair. I still love this hair. Be sure to subscribe, like, and watch my other videos, and comment just to give me your thoughts, because I would love to know what you guys think. But all right, that's it. Till next time, bye loves.